The shot. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's Rowdy.com Big Three Talking NASCAR with Buzz Cutler. My name is Bass Masters. We've got 1, 2, 3 big burning issues.
That's why we call it the Big Three.
Yes, it is. What's issue number 1?
Issue number 1, Richard Childress v. Kyle Busch.
Oh, yeah.
NASCAR has brought home the long arm of the law. They have fined Richard Childress $150,000 and put him on probation until December 31st.
Well, that's kind of what we expected. As we said yesterday, they're probably going to fine him, and they're going to put him on probation. Now, the question was, would they also suspend him? Oh, by the way, isn't that about $50,000 a punch? Wasn't it 3 punches? Was that the number that we heard? I think the question is, why didn't they suspend him?
They should have suspended him,
I mean, here's
my opinion.
Here's the thing. They thought about suspending him at Kansas, kicking him out of the track.
Right.
But they didn't because he was the only sort of leadership person there. And they didn't think that was fair.
Richard Childress Racing.
Richard Childress Racing. Well, now if they wanted to suspend him now, the team could plan and have someone else there. But I think NASCAR probably felt the moment for that has passed. We're going to fine him a lot of money and put him on probation and see what happens.
Missed opportunity, NASCAR. This was
to be mean.
No, fisticuffs were involved. Punches were thrown.
You don't want to discourage that too much.
Fists connected with face. On one hand, you know, that's fun. It's a great storyline. It's old school. I like it. And maybe I'm a hypocrite because I do think Richard Childress should have been suspended. When Jimmy Spencer punched Kurt Busch, he got suspended.
But that was back before Boys Have At It.
Back before Boys Have At It. It's about on-track competition.
Why?
It's about racing.
Why?
It's not about punching a guy in the face.
It's about settling your differences.
When you assault somebody, I think it should bring with it a little bit more than a slap on the wrist. We all know that's what probation is.
Oh, come on.
We all know Richard Childress doesn't care about $150,000.
Kyle didn't even have a bruise.
Well, he didn't have a bruise just because of
I'll put it to you this way.
Skin pigmentation.
If Richard Childress starts walking through the garage and taking off his necklaces and his chains.
Does he wear necklaces?
I don't know. Then, they'll suspend him. But until that, he's going to be fine. That's it. Nothing else is going to happen.
He should have been suspended
Next
at least
issue.
one race, if not more.
I'm on your side, Richard Childress. I'm on your side.
Nationwide. Me too, Junior. Issue number 2. So Reed Spencer wrote an article over at sportingnews.com saying guys are basically gaming the qualifying system.
Oh, shock.
They're going out and they're sandbagging during practice so that they can get an earlier start time, an earlier qualifying draw when it's a Saturday morning qualifying session.
Well, here's the thing you have to realize. Every qualifying session probably has an advantageous position either early or late. Some maybe not, but a lot of them do. You want to go out when the track is cooler because it has more grip. If the qualifying session is early, that means you want to go out early. If it's late, that means you want to go out late. Now, if you set qualifying order by practice speed with the fastest guys going last, there will be times when you don't want to be the fastest guy, you want to be the slowest guy, and that means it's time to sandbag. We knew this was going to happen.
Juan Pablo Montoya basically admitted at
Kansas. We knew it was going to happen.
That he got out of
said it was going to happen before the thing started.
JP said he got out of his mock qualifying run so that he could have an earlier start time, and he ended up in the front row.
Because all you're trying to figure out is how to get through the corners fast. You come off the final corner, you just get out of the gas.
Can I just ask a question, though? Is this really a big deal?
It's not a huge deal.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Here's what I would say, though. Reed has a pretty elegant solution.
I mean, if it's Martinsville or Bristol, then okay.
Reed has a pretty elegant solution, which is make it like pit selection. The faster your time, the earlier your choice in order of where to qualify.
You get to choose when you go out.
You want to qualify.
Okay.
So if qualifying first is good, then if you're the fastest car in practice, you get to qualify first.
What was the matter with it being random? I didn't think there was anything wrong with it being random.
Well, I think then you had to put the go or go homers all together so that no one of them had an advantage. I like this new way. Frankly, I don't really mind that much if guys try to game the system. It makes it interesting.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think this is a big deal, but
it makes it hard for the go or go homers.
But listen, Steve O'Donnell, Mike Helton, call Reed.
Yeah,
He's
it's a
got
good
this
solution.
All figured out.
It's a good solution.
So Reed Spencer.
Next issue.
Dumb man. Issue number 3.
Why is he a dumb man if he came up with a good?
He's man. You're not down. See.
I'm not fly.
All right. Issue number 3 is all about getting the gas in the car. Let's listen to what Steve Letarte had to say about fueling up the 88 at Kansas.
When your mileage moves around 2 or 3, 4 tenths per run, that's not good or bad mileage. That's not being full versus being full. And that last run, I think we were a little short. And you're trying to figure out how short are you, and And once we got in front of the 11, there's just no reason to go. We weren't going to catch the 2, so we just backed them down to the 11, and it ran out on the coast down lap. So probably a good decision.
You know what? This is one of those issues.
This isn't the only time this has happened.
No, it happened early in the year with Greg Biffle at Las Vegas, and I think it's continued probably more than we know about throughout the season. Getting all the fuel in the car with this new dry brake system or self-venting gas can, if you want to call it that, has been an issue and will continue to be an issue. I think it could affect the chase.
Well,
I really do.
If you cannot guarantee, if you have no way of sort of verifying that the car is fully fueled
before you take off,
you have a really hard time figuring out your fuel mileage. Even if the thing overflows and indicates that it's full, it still may not be.
Well, I think here's what happens. They take the gas can back and they weigh it and they see how much fuel is remaining in the gas can and they figure how much went into the car. They have to estimate any that spilled. But the issue is if you drop the jack and take off and then you find out the thing isn't full, you've got a real problem. And it doesn't just affect you in fuel mileage races because it affects your strategy in other forms too. If a long run is happening and you got a short pit, that might or might not work out to your benefit.
Yeah, I think NASCAR has to do something in terms of redesigning this can or this system so that guys know how much fuel is going into their car.
Well, I think the issue is they don't know for sure that it's full until they're gone. And I think that's the issue. But this is going to be something teams have to deal with. They're still figuring the system out. I think it's a hidden key to a lot of races this season that maybe we're not focused on and we should be.
You know what my new nickname for you is going to be?
Hidden key.
No. Self-venting gas can.
Okay, Junior Mint. All right, that has been your Radar.com Big 3 for today. My name is Self-Venting Gas Can.
My name is Junior Mint.
Junior Mint. We'll see you next time.
I think I got the better end of that deal.
I don't know, Junior Mint.
Okay, gas can.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.